All right, welcome to the garage. New playthrough. So if you didn't see the teaching video for the Cyber Corvids, that is the previous one. I recommend it because it's, helpful to know how it works. We will be facing off Cyber Corvids against Vagabot, Mechanical Marquee, and Automated Alliance. So last time I talked about for the trait cards, Mastermind for the Corvids. Each turn the plot thickens happens twice, so that'll be interesting. The Vagabot, we're once again playing as the Tinker, who will search for craftable items in the discard pile and do that, or make them, scoring a victory point and getting more stuff to do things. And Helper, whenever you aid, score 1 extra victory point, and the aided player draws 2 cards instead of 1. So essentially, in this case, both factions would get 2 victory points, as opposed to both getting 1. And you get the item. So with the cats, we're playing with Fortified. Your buildings each take 2 hits to remove. Taking a single hit with a building has no effect. That's the only one we haven't played with on the channel yet. And we are playing with challenging again. So whenever you recruit, also place 2 warriors in the ordered clearing you rule with highest priority. Like I talked about it before, just because I personally think that the Mechanical Marquee can use a little bit of extra oomph to get it to the level of the other robots. So we're doing that with making it challenging while all the others are normal. And Cyber Corvids are technically beginner, so we're down on the bottom here. Last but not least, Automated Alliance has Informants. Defenseless sympathy tokens benefit from Automated Ambush. So Automated Ambush, in battle as defender with any Alliance warriors, you deal an extra hit. So now when factions are kind of moving in to sweep up the sympathy tokens, even though obviously these don't allow you to use the hits from the dice, if there's a sympathy token there, it will do a 1 extra hit just regardless. So that's pretty cool. Plot token, how the factions interact with those, that's a really important part of the teaching video, because obviously Corvid's central tenet of the faction is putting plots out onto the board. And these cards, there's 1 for each faction, and it kind of breaks the rules of the game a little bit depending on what the plots are face up. They'll never try to guess them and expose the plots like human players can, but the ones that are on the table will, there'll be things that the other factions will do to try to mitigate them or destroy them, with the exception of the Mechanical Marquee, who are too busy building an empire of glorious robot kittens to do anything with plot tokens, so this one doesn't even need to be out there. I think these will stay in the lake, kind of makes the lake look a little less beautiful, but it's a great place for me to remember that those are things. It also frees up a spot for my order card and go right there. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So 0, 1, 2, 3 for starting player. The Corvids. It's pretty fitting since that's the new faction. Okay, so we're going to reveal top card of the deck, and they are on the board with 1 victory point for making a bag. Craft order card for 1 if it's craftable. Yep. We're going to recruit 1 warrior in each ordered clearing. Again, just like in the teaching video, this has nothing to do with clearings you have pieces or clearings you rule. Just like the human Corvids, they go everywhere. It's also like the lizards. They can just pop up wherever they want. Obviously can't go up there because the keep. So we got 3 warriors out. Flip all face down plot tokens in all clearings. We don't have any yet. So daylight. We're going to battle in each ordered clearing with 2 or more Corvid warriors. So 6 and 9. Here is 6. 3 and 0. Here is 9. And 1. Okay. Move all but 2 of your warriors from each ordered clearing, blah, blah, blah. We'll deal with that later because we only have 2. Plot. Remove 1 Corvid warrior from ordered clearing with the most of them. and no plot token, and then place a face down plot token into that clearing. Plot thickens. If there is such clearing that has no plot token and level, beginner is 3, warriors, then remove that many Corvid warriors and place a random face down plot there. So even though that happens twice, it needs 3 or more warriors because we're on beginner here. Well, actually, you know what? Let's change to expert. So 2 or more, which could be crazy. We'll see. Because otherwise this thing we're never going to be able to actually use this. So, but even still, there are no clearings with 2 or more. So plot thickens, fizzles. Score 1 victory point per pancake hand on the map, fizzles, discard the order card. Okay, their turn is over. Vagabond, reveal card, uncraftable, don't have to worry about slipping because nothing is damaged. So yellow, we're gonna battle, repair, and special. So battle, move nearest clearing with any pieces of the enemy with the most victory points. So that one's pretty clear. And then I'm gonna battle. Nothing. And this would repeat, but it won't because it needs 2 items to do it for the consecutive battles, and they don't have 2 available items. Go to repair, they have nothing to repair. Special, search the discard pile for the top card with a craftable item. It's right there. Do it, score a victory point, and there we go. They have 4 items. We don't have any damaged items, so we refresh up to 6 items, and then we discard the order card. Pretty easy turn. Whoop. Okay, cats. They will not craft because it's not craftable. They will battle in each ordered clearing. Nope, because the Corvids already cleared them out. So they'll recruit 4 warriors, split among the ordered clearings. There we go. When you recruit, also place 2 warriors in the ordered clearing you rolled the highest priority. Whoa. We're going to build in a space with the most cat warriors, which is a ridiculous first place and then a huge tie for second. So I guess the highest priority of that would be here. Move all but 3 warriors from each ordered clearing to adjacent with the most enemy pieces. Okay. That's a big chunk. I did place a building, so it will not expand. And we'll score 1 victory point for the 1 building. Okay. This gets discarded. Automate Alliance. No crafting. So revolt will happen during daylight. This will be interesting. Did not revolt this turn. Spread sympathy twice. So ordered unsympathetic clearing with the fewest enemy warriors adjacent to any sympathetic clearing. So no one is sympathetic just yet. Place sympathy token clearing with fewest enemy pieces. I guess there are a number of ties here. 9, 1, 5, 4, 11, and 7, but 4 is highest priority. And then we spread again. So adjacent to sympathetic clearing with fewest warriors. And we get victory point. Then spread sympathy. What? So we're moving all the way down here to 1. That's another victory point. And surprise revolt. Remove all enemy pieces from an ordered sympathetic clearing with the most enemy pieces. Place the ordered base there. Well, we're tied, but this is highest priority. So probably a good spot because we have, well, they don't move. So they're just locking down the raft. Oh, we didn't even talk about the raft. So this is really cool because these are all adjacent. Person who rules the clearing with the raft can take it, or the ferry can go to a different coastal clearing And for using the raft, you get to draw a card, which in their case would mean just a victory point. However, Automated Alliance does not move. So they locking this down, win this down here, unless other people come in here and take this spot back, this fairy isn't moving, in which case it's just going to be this weird kind of pinwheel map without these actually being connected. So kind of a smart move, Automated Alliance. Organize. Each clearing with a base and 3 or more Alliance warriors, remove all warriors and spread sympathy. We have no warriors yet. Recruit. Place a warrior, each clearing with a base, and discard the order card. Just like other videos, if you have not seen any of the playthroughs on the channel yet, I won't for the whole game be announcing everything that's happening, but for the time being, it's helpful for me, so I don't skip over things that are important. But I mean, the whole concept of this channel is also to teach people how to use these, so hopefully it's helpful to you as well. Okay, back to the top, Cyber Corvids, and make a boot. There are 4 bunny spots that we can put warriors down. Flip all face down plots. Let's see what it is. Oh, bomb. Okay. Boy, that's unfortunate for that guy. So not only do they get the effect from that, so obviously this guy can't be removed, otherwise that player would just be kicked out of the game. So in the law of root, full removal. Whenever an enemy player uses an effect, removes all enemy pieces, damage 3 items instead. So that's unfortunate. They do get 1 victory point for the one thing. So this goes over here, and we replace it with a raid. And then we mix these up so we don't know what's going on. Battle. In each ordered clearing with 2 or more Corvid warriors, so 12. Okay, move all but 2. Nope. And unencumbered, they are just going to drop a plot over here. Sweet. Plot thickens. Nope, because there are only single warriors throughout the map. Look, they're just all over. They're just flying, cawing away. 1 victory point per pancake hand. We don't have any, so we discard the order card. Vagabot makes a sword. So he does craft it. Slip if you have 2 or fewer undamaged items. Move to a random adjacent forest and go to evening. Okay, so evens, odds. Evens it is. Go down to evening, and if you're in a forest, repair all items. So there you go. Back to full. Not a total wasted turn, only because he luckily drew something that was craftable. So that's could have been worse. Not craftable for the cats. Let's see. They do have a couple battles here. 3 actually. So let's start with this one over here. Defender, a person with the most pieces, then most points. So in this case, it's the Corvids in number 4. 1 and 1. In number 8. Number 11. Nope. Recruit. 4 warriors, evenly among ordered clearings you rule. Okay. Woo! Almost took a huge blow. So that was the rule I was getting wrong earlier in my channel's history. They need to be ruling the clearing. So there's no one coming to help this guy because they don't rule that clearing. Obviously they don't rule these. So luckily this holds on and he does get those warriors, because and then he gets the extra 2 from challenging, because if you just miss recruiting for a turn when you have cats to put on the board, that's brutal. I mean, there are times when you can't recruit because they're all on the board, but that's not a bad thing. But it is a bad thing if you have them over here and just can't use them. So is there a building I'm covering up? No. So, then that's a pretty obvious one. That's where you're building. Move all but 3 to an adjacent clearing with the most enemy. Oh my goodness. A doom stack over there of cuddly kittens. We don't expand. We do get the 1 victory point though. So far, close game. Here is Automated Alliance. Oh man. Okay, interesting. So not crafting. We'll get to the revolt later. We do get to do this twice because we have 4 or fewer. So this would be the first one. Is sympathetic, or adjacent to sympathetic. Why don't I like spread these out to not stack them? How about that? There's 1, and I guess we have some ties now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is highest priority. So that's another. Then we spread sympathy again for 2 points. So we have the same adjacencies. 6 is the high priority there. And surprise revolt. Sympathetic clearing with most enemy pieces would be here and here, but this one is high priority, so does that, gets a point, and gets base. Okay, can't organize, not enough guys, but we do recruit some warriors, and then we discard. Curiouser and Curiouser. I was wondering how these two would go against each other, and looks like we're gonna find out. So reveal, I mean obviously we're gonna find out. Duh. So not crafting, recruiting, doesn't care that they're in control of that by a long shot, but can't go into the keep. Flip all face down plots. Bomb, which blows up nothing. That was a poorly placed bomb, but cool. Pancake hand. All right, 2 points for the 2. Okay, battle. So here, it is undefended, so it just, you know, we get to get an extra hit, so I don't even need to roll, but it does do win back. But importantly, automated outrage. Whenever a human removes a sympathy token or moves warriors into sympathetic clearings, they must discard a matching card. If they can't, you score a victory point. Only human players. So that does not happen when robots do it. It's very, very important. Okay, so it happens up here. Same thing. 1 automatic and 1 automatic, or 1 extra. And then down here. So definitely actually need to roll for this one. So 1 and 1 does do an extra 1, but doesn't matter because there's only 1 crow. And there we go, those are the battles. Plot. We don't actually plot because we don't have 2 warriors to do it. It's kind of a bummer for the crows, that's for sure. They do get a victory point for the extortion one, and then they discard the card. Okay, moving on to the Vagabond. Not craftable. So battle, repair, special. So they're going to move over here, and they're going to battle because the crows are in the lead. Can only do 1 hit, and they do get a victory point for warriors, just like they're assuming they're already on hostile. But crows do 1 hit back. They do have items, so they will do another one, and they will automatically take that out for another victory point. However, that means they're actually helping out the Corvids a little bit with that one. That was the battle action. Then they're going to repair. And that is going to be their turn. They can't do anything else. So they refresh up to 6, since they no longer have damaged ones. And that is the end of their turn. Cats. No. Craft. battle time. So we have 1. They no longer have a plot making pair there, but it would need to be ordered clearing, so that would drop another one down there anyway. So okay, then recruit. Again, they're just gonna poop all of them here, and an extra 2. Move all but 3. Oh, new spot though, because, oh, sorry, building should have happened first. Wouldn't change anything because those are both filled up. So the, okay, so they can't place it because they don't rule any other spaces. Don't do it yet, because we're gonna expand. So then they move over here, expand. If you did not place a building, and have 5 or fewer buildings on the map, we have 4. Then discard the order card, repeat daylight. So even if this was craftable, it wouldn't, because we don't go back to birdsong. But daylight, battle in each ordered clearing. There are no battles. They're going to recruit all those ones over there. We're going to move all but 3. Just eke it out to put one down here. So they're carving back their kingdom up here in the northwest. And they don't need to expand because they did put a building down, and they get 1 victory point. Okay. So that's kind of what happens when you back the marquee into a corner, the mechanical marquee. Assuming they have 5 or fewer buildings, they could potentially have those like steamrolling turns a little bit. Oh my goodness. Automated Alliance. You're cruel. Okay, we'll only do it once. They don't craft it. Revolt will come later. I think this is, well, 1, 2, and 3 only have a single guy, and so this one is high priority. So that gets him 1 victory point. Then the spread sympathy, that's going to get him 2. So the same ones, this one is highest priority. And surprise revolt. Okay, so this one definitely has the most enemy pieces, but the base is already on the map. So it does not go to the next one. In the law of robotics states that the 3 things that can cause revolting to fail. 1, it's a bird card, so you fail to revolt that first time, but then you do it later. 2, the target, most enemy pieces, that base is already on the map. 3, there are no sympathetic clearings that match the ordered card. In this case, obviously the base is there, so the cats, they dodge that bullet. And organize. Sorry guys. Oh, sorry, I always mix this up. We don't organize because we don't have 3 or more, but we do recruit, and then we discard. Okay. Ooh. Hammer time. Okay. So recruiting. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Not there. Flip all face-down plots. Bad news, guys, we don't have any. Then battle. In each ordered clearing with 2 or more Corvid warriors. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have battled over here that last time. Retcon, so it did take out a guy, so they would be up to 3 now. I would be at 2 guys here, because he wouldn't have done a battle by himself. It's only when there are pairs of them. So I'm just gonna go back in time. So now there's 2 here. So they will battle this time. Okay. So 1, 2, and 1, 2. And then automatic battle here means automatic hits for both. No plots though. And no plot thickens. So they get a victory point for the extortion, and this goes away. Okay. crossbow. That one's still there. Max hits of 2. Okay, bird. Explore, quest, aid, battle. This is a different turn. Explore. So that's going to be 1, 2. So move and explore. Explore, quest. I got that. So put 2 face down. Victory point for that. Aid. Yep. So that's 8. So they both get 2 because of the helper thing. And then battle. Thanks for the item. Screw you. Wow. Oh, so that was 1 for battle. Oh no, that was 1 for aid. 1 for battle, so they don't have enough to do another battle. So Corvids are lucky on that one. That's their turn. No bags to make. No cats to put out either. But we do have some battles. So let's do 3 first. So 2 and 1, but it becomes 2 and 2. Oh, I guess we will recruit. We're gonna make some recruits from some dead bodies. 5. That's automatic, but so is that. 7. And 10. Okay. Now they're going to recruit. They do rule that. Definitely rule that. And then extra goes to the high priority. Move all but 3. Take space with the most enemy warriors. Or enemy pieces, rather. This one, just go to a tiebreaker, so these move up to 7. Oh my gosh, why do I keep forgetting about build? Well, again, it wouldn't actually happen because they didn't own, or they didn't rule any, so we would skip build, we go to move, and now we expand. Yikes. Okay, battle in each clearing. So here, and they get, like, take both out. 1 is dealt back. So 2 points for the cats. Let's just go around. 2 and 1. Here, still going after the crows. And that's it for battles for cats. Recruit. Each of the 2 clearings you rule of lowest priority. That would be 12. So I'm not really sure how to do that. Do I split it up 1 and 1, or do I just put 2? I think recruit 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna put them down because it says recruit 2 in each of the 2. So just drop them down there. Build. Sawmills break ties. Well, actually, that was going there. And move all but 3 each clearing. Adjacent clearing with the most enemy pieces and battle in each. This is going to be quite a turn for the cats. So battling Corvids there. And man, Corvid's got a nice lead, but I don't know how they're going to come back from this. That was quite a turn, and cats are no longer in last. The game is tight again. Some tea. Okay. Revolt. No, they can't. They did not revolt, so they will do public pity, and they will do that twice. But it's the first time they actually are limited to a certain suit. Wow, this is what that feels like. Okay. So, ordered unsympathetic, adjacent to sympathetic. Oh, okay, right, no. No such clearing rule comes into play. So, in that case, you go to the clearing with the least enemy pieces, which would definitely be there. And then the regular spread sympathy, again, it would be to a no such rule. So this would be the next one. Organize, organize we don't, recruit we do, and discard we must. Okay, Cyber Corvids. I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry. You have been so greatly wronged. Man, that's brutal. And I mean, obviously, like, had I drawn Rabbit, like, then we could have actually gotten this engine up and running again. So they don't battle, they don't move, they don't plot. Oh man, yes they do. I'm so sorry, Corvids. Okay, so we're retconning again. Just because I like this faction and I want to do them justice. Okay, so crucial difference. Plot does not require the 2 or more thing. It could be a single Corvid warrior that just becomes a plot. So there's never a time, unless there are no warriors on the board there for the ordered clearings, there is never a time when you will not plot. I don't remember what the last, I believe it was here. Okay, so we're just going to say, it's going to go back in time. This might not be the actual, like, real thing, but we're going to say that we remove the warrior. Oh, but, you know, okay, so we would have removed the warrior to make the plot. The cat would have attacked here, though, so they would have destroyed it. So the cat actually would have had 1 more victory point. Okay, so now we have these things here, but so we will plot. Order clearing with the most Corvid warriors. We still have big tie. So then it goes there. Well, I guess, okay, it was a snare, so nothing happened when the cats did it. So that's the new one. Plot thickens, doesn't happen. The extortion money, victory points, doesn't happen. Discard order card. Okay, so here are the scores. 4 turns later. So I thought I had more room on my camera, which might as well be the subtitle of this channel. So last we left off, it was the end of the Cyber Corvids turn. And a lot of cool things did happen this past turn. So I don't want to try to reenact it or potentially lose it by shuffling it back in and just replaying them. So I'm going to walk you through and then we'll continue with this up on the, actual place where it films the whole game. So the Vagabot got a bird card. He moved down to explore, got an item there. He completed a quest. He aided the automated alliance, so got an item out of that. Got 2 points for each of them. And then battled and took out the alliance sympathy token there, so real nice. The Mechanical Marquis got another escalated daylight card, so they pushed out further. They have some serious ownership of the map now, and they were able to put down another sawmill, so they scored 3 victory points on that, which led them to clinch 2nd place as of now. It's kind of exciting for that faction to me. Automated Alliance had the least exciting turn of all of them. They got a Fox card, given the fact that the Fox base has been on the board since, I think, the first turn of the game. They weren't able to capitalize on that. Spread out a little bit of sympathy, but didn't do too much. They are ready to organize over here next turn if nothing else happens. So there's that. Then the Cyber Corvids, they probably had these were both great turns. They also had a great turn. They did get this plot token to go off since, Automated Alliance doesn't really battle. So that was in a pretty good place. And if it was a bomb, that would have been amazing because it would have done a lot. And also would have opened up this ferry to potentially be used, which, if I'm being honest, is a bit of a bummer that it's just hanging out down in the corner. I was excited to see the robots use that. But they got some points for that. They got a bird card, which drops 2 Corvids on spaces with the most warriors. So they definitely had enough to do some battles, take out some people, and also lay a plot token. And then the plot thickens actually happened for the first time in the game. This could have potentially actually happened for also the first time in the game, but they did have 2 birds there, but there's already a plot token, so it didn't. And that catches us up. So we are up into the 20s, and I'll put this back up onto the holder, and we will finish the map. Oh, retcon to the retcon. The turn I described for the Vagabot was actually what happened after the Cyber Corvids turn. So that was a good one, because it's now going to be the cat's turn. The turn that came before it was not nearly as exciting. They moved down here. It was a rabbit turn. So they battled, they repaired, and they got, that's where they got their pancakes from. So that turn was kind of meh, great turn, meh, great turn, great turn. So now moving into automated or mechanical marquee. No pancakes. Battling in orange, you say? I say no. You do not have any battles in orange. You do have clearings that you rule in orange, however. Build. Okay. Actually, no. They rule this clearing, which is higher priority. So they put it down here. Okay. And then we're going to move on this. Well, I guess in order. And then up here. They don't expand. They score just the 1 victory point because it's orange. Womp womp. Automated alliance. No crossbow. Ooh, but this will happen. Revolt. It won't happen. There aren't any sympathetic mouse clearings. Did not revolt, so this will happen twice. Okay, so bonk. This has fewer warriors, and that was a point for each. Then spread sympathy happens again. 2 points for that one. That's the kicker. I guess that one will go over here. No, because it's not. Yes, it's adjacent to that. Organize. So these guys turn into another sympathy token. Whoa. Other factions. Pay attention to what's going on here. Okay, so I'm going to have to move this, but this is going to be a big turn for the Corvids. And they make some tea. Good start. Best part of waking up is Corvids in your cup. Right? That's the thing? Yellow. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And flip all face down plot tokens. So extortion, they get 2 points. And then, ooh, 3 points. Those cats attract. That's birdsong. Battle. They don't. Move. They also don't. Plot. Remove 1 clearing with most Corvid warriors and no plot token. So of these, this is highest priority. Plot thickens. Nope, because there's a plot token there. And then they get a victory point for the extortion. Okay, they're probably, I would say, all things being equal, if these are not dealt with, both of these factions, I would say, are set to win next turn. So, pay attention, other factions. Reveal, no craft, don't need to slip. So, mouse is quest, aid, battle, repair. So, quest, gonna go down here. 1 measly point. I will say quest seems real weak in the Vagabond because it doesn't build over time, but quest aid, huh? Oh, I am. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? What? Target the player in your clearing with any items and the least victory points among those players. Okay, checks out. It's behind them. Exhaust as many items as possible up to the number of items they have. Take that many items from them and score that many victory points. Except helper means they're going to score 2 for each. So, 1, 2. This is some serious king making. 3, 4. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just dumb. Are you serious? Well, I guess that's that. So let's just, good job, Cyber Corvids. Let's just, for the sake of continuing this, like, okay, that's their turn. That's the victory points they got. And then they're gonna, you know, do all this. Oh, I guess they would have battled. We'll just, this is, in a game full of retcons, we're just gonna say, that turn is over because the game ended at that point. And so we are going to move into, well, actually, they did have, okay, let's do it right. Because, you know, it'd been like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so that would have pushed, okay, interesting. So that would have pushed the Corvids into the lead, which means they would have done this. They would have attacked. They would have destroyed this, sent it back, and made Corvids, and got a victory point for that. And then they would have repaired. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would have been their turn. So yeah, I guess in this scenario, we're gonna play it out. That's what it would have been. So it would have helped them get like that much closer. Let's see, the cats do. Reveal, no craft, battle. We do have some battles here. Sorry, it's 6. 2 and 2. Let's go down to 11. Against the Corvids, nothing. Oh, 8. I guess they do that. Does not go off. Here. Yep. And here. Build. So you got a spot there. Move all but 3, huh? Whoa, hold on. What did I just do? I did battles like all over the dang place. Okay, let's back it. If I'm gonna make up rules and just finish the map out, then okay, I think it was like that. Oh, and that one, yeah, that one didn't go away. I'm so used to, oh, this does go away though. Okay, if you're still watching at this point, you are clearly just like, you are open to like whatever buck wild thing I can. Oh my gosh, like look at all these. It's like my eyes were drawn to the purple and I just wanted to like mess over the Corvids, even though I've clearly given my preference that I'm interested in seeing them do well. So yeah, didn't touch that, didn't touch that. I don't even remember what happened over here. I'm just making stuff up big time now, huh? I mean, I still be able to do that. Still do the moving, which I don't, and then score 2 points. Look how tight this game is in this made-up 11th inning. 11th? What am I talking about? Can you tell I don't watch sports? Okay, so now here it is. Let's see if we continued, we limped this game forward and see if the automated alliance could. Oh boy, they're yep, probably gonna get it, guys. So you get 1 point for that. Here, has the least guys, doesn't it? Yes, to answer my own question. Spread sympathy, so it's going to happen again. Then it would be over here. Also yes. And surprise revolt. The most pieces. Probably this one, huh? Yes is the answer. In which case they would get the victory point for that, and they would have closed it out. Which, you know, again, in this like completely made up world, the Corvids, just going to their turn, they would have flipped this over. Should have been sick because it would have blown all that up, and they would have gotten 3 points for that. So that would have. So, in a world where the Tinker, the helper Tinker, did not just like completely king make and push the Cyber Corvids into winning the game, I was correct that the two of them were that close to winning. Wow, this is like, I think the best, like the most consistently close game of the Robo Rumbles so far. And it is really interesting. I mean, we never got to use these. We almost got to use this if that one had been a bomb, but it was a raid. But the snare effects never happened. The cats don't care about plots, so there would have been times when they might have done something, but they didn't. My only bummer about, like, this is the first time we could have actually used this fairy to do something. I was a little bit bummed out that never actually happened. And it does say specifically it starts down here in the kind of this corner all by itself, which they just locked it down. I mean, it's a smart move. Honestly, like, as a human player, there might be times when that would be your best move, to say, like, no, nobody else gets to use this except me, and me doesn't even want to. So yeah, a little bit of a bummer, but smart strategy. Obviously a bummer that, you know, I beefed it again on the whole phone storage thing, but hopefully my interlude of touring around the map wasn't too ridiculous. But yeah, so this was a lot of fun. These guys play very interesting. Cats had a great game. Vagabot was, you know, doing his thing, clearly doing all right. This is a major game changer for sure. And I think maybe this is why it just makes Quest seem so... Quest, I feel like, seems underpowered anyways, but the fact that this turns aid into 2 points and his other actions are generally more powerful than Quest, it just makes Quest feel like a stumbling block, honestly. But yeah, great game. So that takes me to the end of the currently available BetterBot project factions. I think I might look into that Underground Duchy file and see how that goes, maybe in a game by myself. Maybe I'll throw that one up there, but I kind of want to hold back on teaching until it's something that's like a little more set in stone, as set in stone as the BetterBot project files are. So yeah, I think I'll try that out. We'll see how it goes. As some of you might know, I had a random weekend project of wanting to record Broadway musicals with different lyrics about the different factions. Popular, the lizard god's popular. He'll teach you to make new friends and plant big gardens and spread good news all around. So check that out if you're interested. But in terms of game-wise, I think I'll probably be doing maybe some more playthroughs of, you know, as much as I do love playing Groot, I feel like it's fun to just watch the bots do their thing. And even when I do make mistakes, it is fun to, like, I don't have to be strategizing while I'm just like piloting up to 3 robot factions at a time. So that is kind of nice. I am interested in maybe kind of messing around with some of these reach values, putting together some just like really dumb matchups just to see what they look like. I mean, like Vagabond Alliance, Vagabond second, Lizard Cult. That's 14 points when you're supposed to have 21 points. It might just be interesting to see what that looks like. I mean, I imagine pretty dumb. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I might put up some duels. Maybe me just against one bot could be interesting to play, but also maybe to watch. But also, I think I'm excited to bring some other games to the table on the channel. I mean, I clearly love Root. It's my favorite game that I own. But I also really like Spirit Island. But there's a lot of Spirit Island video content out there. I have an idea of how I might make something a little interesting for that, so maybe that'll happen. But another game that I really love is Tesla versus Edison with the Powering Up expansion, which has robots, automa, characters, not factions in that. So what drew me to this video, or to this channel, was providing something that wasn't there when I was just like clamoring for information about this Clockwork faction. I mean, I knew I wanted to back it as a add-on to backing the Root Underworld, but I just wanted to see more about it, and I really couldn't find too much. So that's where this video series came from in my mind, and that's Tesla versus Edison. Again, one of my all-time favorite games. Very different for those of you who don't know the game. Fighting over rights to light up America as inventors, and patents for your inventions, and spreading out to light up cities, and very kind of mathy area control with economics and stock market and everything. So but I don't think there's too much out there. I haven't really looked all that much. I don't think there's too much out there for that. So that is a direction I've kind of thought about going in the future too. So I guess we will see. But before any of that, there's one video that I'm definitely going to make once I kind of collect my thoughts on it. And it is a collection of mistakes that I have made, whether they are BetterBot project or Clockwork specific mistakes, whether they are general faction rule mistakes or Root as a whole mistakes. I think most people who are being honest, who have played Root, would say that one or two things have slipped by them here or there. Or some people are fully honest and say there isn't a game of Root that goes by that without at least one. I think I've come pretty close on some of them, but most of the time there's at least a couple of things, which is fine. It's like little things, but some of the mistakes that I've made are rather large. I still enjoy the game, but I am now obviously playing with the better learned rules, and I feel since I have a channel of teaching the rules to Root, I might as well make a video about that. So that's one more Root video I will definitely be making in the not too distant future. So if you've been around for the long haul, that might be a good video because you can unlearn some of the mistakes I may have taught you. But also, if you've been around for the long haul, thank you. This has been super fun. I never imagined there'd be too many people interested in it. I just kind of want to put it out there in the world and see. Didn't know if the format would work, didn't know if the filming would work, which sometimes it doesn't. And it's really been a fun project. There's a lot of overhead in terms of planning, filming, editing, blocking out time as a father of 2 now, and back to school as a teacher. So it's hard to get to the table, but it's super rewarding to do it. Even just seeing, you know, a couple dozen people watching the video and me imagining them having a good time, or some of them, you know, many more than a couple dozen people, like the mechanical marquee and primer video for the whole Clockwork expansion just keeps climbing. So that's awesome. So if you've been here since then, thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you haven't and you're just coming to the channel for the first time, like, there are a number of other videos I'm sure you've seen. Check them out if you like this one. Yeah, so with that, thanks again for coming to the garage. I'm gonna clean up.